The foodie guide for Disneyland Holidays has been released. Walt Disney World has announced that the Star Wars Starcruiser, Galactic Starcruiser Hotel, as they call it, it's already booked out for the first 3 months. Yeah, we'll talk about that. And when it comes to Disneyland during the holidays, there are a lot of things to know, but what are the best things that you need to experience when you visit? All of that, so much more. It's November the 6th, 2021, and Kingdom Report Live starts right now.
To all who come to this happy place, welcome.
Kicking things off with a live look outside of the Disneyland Resort. Cars Land in the distance. Hey-oh! Take a look, take a ride, take a cruise on a Saturday. What a beautiful day. Very hazy day out there at the Disneyland Resort. But we are up the road from that here at the Warner Brothers Studios Media District, UB & Go Studios in beautiful Burbank, California, right around the corner from the Walt Disney Studios. Yes. And it's so great to have you with us here on the Kingdom Report. I'm Wade Heath, and if you didn't know, well, let me tell you, this is the place where we bring you all kinds of trusted theme park perspective, connecting you to more of what makes you happy, and we reward you for being a part of this broadcast. You know, I think it's time to let you in on just how you can win this week's prize. And this week's prize happens to be a Kingdom Report mug. That's right, your very own Kingdom Report mug. The way in which you can win this bad boy, all you got to do, wait for the live video to end. As soon as the live video posts, you are able to go underneath this video on our YouTube channel, the Kingdom Report on YouTube, and leave the comment, Festival of Holidays. Festival of Holidays is the comment, the phrase that pays this week that you will leave underneath this very video. You have until Monday morning at 8 a.m. Pacific time in which to enter, and if you are the winner, we will reach out to you and let you know that you have in fact won. We'll get all your details and let you know which colors are available so you can get your very own Kingdom Report mug, but you do need to leave that comment underneath this video after the live video post. So if you're in our chat room, if you're joining us live on Facebook, doesn't work. Don't leave the phrase that pays in there. You got to wait until after the live video posts, leave it underneath the video itself, and then we will reach out to you if you are the winner. My friends, so great to have you with us as always as we move into November. No doubt the holiday season sweeping through the Disneyland Resort and all the way out to Walt Disney World. And of course, plenty of stories to talk about in that category, in addition to other things happening with Disney parks from coast to coast. And we do all of these stories and look at them with a fine-tooth comb, with a critical eye, alongside our dear friends, Turkey Tyler Crouch and Cornucopia Katrina Manzone.
Oh,
hey there.
Hey. Wow, I like that one.
I had to come up with something that sort of went along with the K sound and sort of, it's very difficult.
Very hard.
There aren't a whole lot of Thanksgiving tie-in K words to use, so
it's like
I
those
went with the
icebreakers when you meet in like groups and stuff, and you have to come up with like your name with something else, and I'm like, this is gonna be really hard.
Wonderful Wade was always mine.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
What can I say?
So I almost went with Turkey-tastic, but I just decided to go with turkey.
Wow.
Turkey-tastic Tyler.
Wow.
You know,
I like that.
I think turkey
That's
works
a tongue
better, right?
twister.
I don't know. Turkey-tastic is a little much.
Right? There's too many words.
Yeah.
Keeping it simple with just the turkey alone. Thank you very much. Yeah. And Cornucopia, Katrina.
That's a lot.
That's a good.
That's a
I'm
good
into
one.
it.
Yeah, a lot of alliteration there.
That's true.
Yeah. And thank
Full of a lot of
and
things.
I feel like you're sort of in your Thanksgiving tone colors
I'm like
here,
trying to
right?
get into like the earth tones, and then if you can see, we had some like fog today, and so I put on my boots.
Oh,
I didn't do the Uggs though, just leather boots. But I got into the spirit. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna put a sweater on. I'm gonna wear some like earth tones. Get into it. Not Christmassy yet, even though the house is. But
The house is getting there.
I have to take out all
happening.
my Christmas clothes now because I have them all together in like a box, and so I'm too short, so I need to get him to do it.
Oh,
I'm the tall one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well-
we went out and bought a new Christmas tree last night because our old Christmas tree kind of stopped working. So.
oh no,
My leg's
Yeah.
broke.
it's very Charlie Brown.
It is.
yeah,
What's
really
that?
a little
sad.
bit. Yeah,
Wow,
yeah.
So now the room looks like a forest because we have 2 trees in there.
is it bigger?
Yes.
It's
That's-
it's like 5 inches.
It's
or
taller. I don't
5
think the
yeah,
star's
5
gonna
inches
fit
bigger.
on
The
top.
Griswolds.
Yeah.
Look at you.
Yeah, basically.
And I don't think we can really chop down the bottom to make it work because it's
No.
fake.
Well,
But
that's
it's
okay,
cool
I
though.
guess.
It's fun. I'm excited.
I'm happy you got a new tree. Congratulations.
cool.
My
Sweet.
my tree's still working. I put it up just the other day. So
Ah,
Nice.
fun.
you are in good company.
Oh, yay.
Yes.
That's
Let's
right.
do it.
Holiday cheer
Let's
is
get
here.
it.
Christmas.
Let's get it. Happy
That's right.
holidays in
Sorry.
here.
Long before Thanksgiving, of course. But let's not waste any more time. Disneyland news is here. Disneyland news time. Taking a look at all of the headlines coming out of the West Coast Disneyland theme parks. And today we are starting our Disneyland news coverage with the news out of California Adventure Park and Avengers Campus specifically, where it turns out the Web Slingers ride, that's right, the very popular Spider-Man ride in Avengers Campus, well, it has lost its virtual queue. In fact, the Orange County Register reports that Disney California Adventure will test a standby line for the Web Slingers ride in Avengers Campus without a virtual queue as the Anaheim theme park prepares for the rollout of the new paid Genie Plus line cutting service. The Web Slingers, a Spider-Man adventure attraction, will test the standby queue starting on Thursday, November 4th, so it has begun with the option to use the virtual queue whenever necessary, according to Disneyland officials. The twice-a-day distribution of virtual queue boarding group return times for the Web Slingers attraction at 7 a.m. and noon each day through the Disneyland mobile app will be paused during this test. During the test, the Web Slingers virtual queue could be activated on select days and times. If activated, visitors will need to be inside California Adventure to access the Web Slingers virtual queue. Previously, the Web Slingers virtual queue could be accessed anywhere at Disneyland DCA, Downtown Disney, or from home or a hotel. Visitors hoping to ride Web Slingers will need to check the Disneyland app to see if the attraction is deploying a standby queue, virtual queue, or hybrid model. So right off the bat there, Tyler, that sounds like it's going to be problematic. So if it's not clear what the resort wants to do day to day, you're going to have some upset people on your hands.
Yeah, I mean, so what does that mean? You have to wake up at 7 a.m., okay, I don't, like say to yourself, oh, well, we can't get to the park till noon, but I still have to wake up at 7 a.m. to double check to make sure that we can't get a boarding pass for Spider-Man. It just sounds pretty silly. I don't
Just
know.
in case.
It's crazy. I think that's pretty insane. They should at least tell people like the day before or something. I don't know. Like send people a push notification like, hey, tomorrow we're going to be using boarding groups. Like, I don't know. I don't know what they're thinking. It seems like let's just make this as complicated as possible so that we can just like I don't get it. I don't even know what to say they're thinking because it's just the complications is just too much sometimes. It really is. But I just looked right now to see what the wait time is, and it's 65 minutes.
Hey,
Which, hey, listen, if you are a Spider-Man fan and the number one thing you want to do is all the things in the new Marvel area, and Spider-Man is important to you, then that's cool that you can wait in a 65-minute line rather than just be shut out for the whole day. So, I mean, there's pluses and minuses to it. But I think that the whole, like, obfuscating, like, are we going to do boarding passes today? Are we not? Like, that's no good. That's a big problem.
can be a bit of a hassle. And Katrina, I know that having the standby queue be introduced at this point, it seems, at least to me, a little soon. The place just opened here earlier this summer, so it's fascinating to see that this is already happening. But share with me, do you think this standby line is beneficial for people, assuming that it happens most days, of course?
I mean, I think what they're doing now is like very dicey because it's like the summer crowd's over, but now you're getting the holiday crowd. So there has to be some type of, I guess they just want to get people in lines to like eat up the walkways and stuff. So like if they can get more people in the queue versus having a virtual queue and they can have like a 65-minute wait, open up that back area where there's like a little secret queue area in like between like Carthay's Circle and like the back lot area. Like if they can put more people back there during the holiday crowd, why not? But you're really like feeding guest relations to the wolves. Like you're really, I mean, if all of a sudden like they say, hey, this is, we're going to do virtual queue today. And all those people were like, I could have chose Disneyland for the first half of my day. And I could have got Rise of the Resistance virtual queue and then popped over at 1 to go to Spider-Man. But now, like, a lot of these people, like, don't really know that. And so then all of a sudden, like, they do, like, a virtual queue that day. They're going to get mad and then go to guest relations, right? So I feel bad for guest relations. I'm sorry, you guys. It's not your choice.
Hearts go out to you.
But I don't like it. I don't know. They really don't know what they're doing. Like, they're just, like, drawing, like, what they're doing out of a cup. They're just like, okay, today we're going to virtual queue. We're not going to do virtual queue. And it just doesn't seem like the Disney that I used to know. Like, I feel like they're all up in the air. They don't know what they're doing. They're just like, we're going to do virtual queue. Oh, we're taking away virtual queue. But if it's a busy day, then maybe we'll do virtual queue. But are they going to announce like a push notification or on Twitter the day before or a couple days before saying, hey, this weekend we're doing virtual queue only? Or are they just going to like release it in the middle of the afternoon being like, okay, we stopped standby, we're doing virtual queue only, and then you have to be in DCA to get it?
Hopefully with the reservation process that's in place at this point, they'll know what's coming.
Gosh,
and then
I
they
hope
can
so.
deploy early that sort of notification to tell people, hey, are you interested in riding? You're going to have to probably do virtual queue at this point. So crossing our fingers that is the way that it's handled. I am nervous, though, that it's up in the air, at least according to the Orange County Register. So hopefully it's handled a little bit better for the sake of those poor cast members that are going to have to deal with the fallout of it. But stand by. Happy to hear that people now have the opportunity to, even if they have missed the virtual queue, still be able to ride it. So now there is an opportunity for everybody. If you want to wait in line a really long time, you now have that freedom. Moving along here, it turns out that the Disneyland Resort has shared with all of us what's coming our way when it comes to holiday food. That's right. Foodbeast.com writes, Disneyland has long established itself as the leader in theme park foods. In fact, Disneyland Resort and California Adventure have been bona fide foodie destinations that offer unique seasonal menu items and one-of-a-kind treats that are always centered around a Disney character, attraction, or theme. The holidays are arguably the time when Disneyland's food shines brightest as the happiest place on Earth transitions into the merriest place on Earth. And with that comes much anticipated treats and food items at the theme park. And just in time for the holiday season, Disneyland has just revealed the Foodie Guide Holiday Edition. And the Disney Parks blog details so much of what is coming, from Disneyland Parks Alien Pizza Planet having chicken parmesan pizza and green alien holiday macaroons. Blue Bayou Restaurant also having cookie butter creme brulee, anyone? And 31 Royal Street signature julep. Cafe Orleans, hot cocoa creme brulee seems to be a theme over there. Carnation Cafe, herb roasted pork sandwich. I know that there are a handful of other unique churro options too. A chocolate cinnamon churro. That does sound yummy. A groom churro, a classic churro dressed in a duo of dark and milk chocolate over in Critter Country. Tomorrowland with a pink coconut churro with chocolate marshmallow cream dipping sauce. Hey-o, look out. French Market having smothered beef with mashed potatoes, seasonal vegetables, caramelized onions, and roasted garlic au jus. And, of course, the Gibson Girl Ice Cream Parlor bringing back their peppermint holiday sundae and so much more. Katrina, you are a gluten-allergic son of a gun, and I know you had an opportunity to take a look through, because there's so much more that we don't have time to get to in terms of the whole foodie guide, but you had an opportunity to look through there. When it comes to gluten-free options, you see much?
Zero. They all sounds great.
Yeah.
Maybe probably Galactic Grill because they have gluten-free buns, and their like food option doesn't seem that bad because it was like a specialty burger with like roasted sausage, provolone cheese, and like chimichurri aioli. So that seems like they can make it gluten-free. Everything else kind of doesn't. Like, I was really excited about the braised beef over at Lamplight Lounge, but then I read it and it's stout braised, and I was like, well, bye. Churros, it's like a given. Like Disney just likes to make their money and, dress up churros as much as they can.
Hey,
so I can't have
different color
that.
sprinkles are cheap, man.
Hey, I mean, that coconut one sounded pretty tasty.
It does.
Maybe
How
some of the
inventive.
drinks they're probably gluten-free, but they don't really sound great. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of a bummer. And then like the Festival of Holidays menu came out and they didn't put anything about allergies or anything on there. So
Surprising.
yeah, because Disney World, they do it. They're like, they'll say like what's gluten friendly and whatnot. But Disneyland is notorious for never saying like what's allergy friendly. And I think that's probably because of like California health codes compared to like maybe Disney World's health codes. But then, you can ask when you get to the booths to like, may I see a menu, please? And then they'll hand you this like little menu. And then you have to find your number if you're like, have a soy allergy, nut, whatever. And then they're like, you go to gluten and it's like 2 options. You're like, ha, yeah, okay, great, cool.
Chicken nuggets, all right.
Yeah, I was like, oh, great.
That would be a good day.
That'd be great. I mean, usually it's like what the grits usually is like on the holiday menu. But I mean, this all sounds great for all the people that can eat it.
Yeah, right.
I mean, eat it for me. Tag me in the post. Tell me if it was good or bad because there's a couple things if I could eat gluten. Like I would totally try that stout braised beef over at Lamplight Lounge because that sounds very tasty.
It does sound good.
I'm a sucker for like risottos and stuff, so it sounded like super duper tasty. I think it was with a risotto. And then, so tell me how it is and like tell me how the Thanksgiving Day sandwiches over at Jolly Holiday because that sounded tasty
I'm
too.
excited for that, yeah.
I was going to ask you, Tyler, you have any tasty treats during the holidays that you go to?
That I just in general or
Do you
yeah.
have anything where you're like, oh, the holidays are here, I can't wait to sink my teeth into?
Not really, honestly.
Thanksgiving
I mean,
sandwiches.
yeah, Thanksgiving but
With
those are around
stuffing.
all the time now. Like an herb sandwich makes a great one, so I mean, I'm always eating that.
Yeah, amen.
Because I'm a sucker for stuffing. I could eat stuffing all year round. I mean,
Stuff yourself full of
yeah,
stuff.
exactly.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm ready for that. I'm ready for that chicken parmesan pizza. That sounds pretty good. That sounds interesting. I'm into that. But as far as like, the only thing I can really think of, I mean, for Christmas we would always do like prime rib. We'd have like the Yorkshire puddings, the little popovers, like, and the cream spinach, so that's like kind of my holiday thing. But back when I was working at Starbucks, I had those cranberry bliss bars.
Oh,
Like, do you know what I'm talking
do
about?
love those.
Some people like, because if you know about the cranberry bliss bars, then you're like all on board. You're like, yep, every Christmas, let's do it, cranberry bliss. So that was probably my holiday thing for many years, but.
I'll tell you, hot cocoa creme brulee sounds delightful.
That sounds very tasty. I think they put a cookie on it, so I don't think
I'm
I
a sucker for a creme brulee.
anything
to begin
cinnamon with me, like their horchata, like the Mexican hot chocolate over at Rancho de Zocalo. That sounds very tasty. I'm like, ooh, I think they got rid of it used to be frozen horchata, but now I think they got rid of the frozen part because they're having a lot of issues every year. When I would try to go get it, it was always a wait.
I feel like, we always had problems.
It's very tasty.
It's so good. It's so in demand. They couldn't keep up. Sometimes
I think that was part of it, yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're very happy to see all kinds of tasty treats coming on back to the Disneyland Resort for the holiday season, especially after last year not even having a holiday season at the Disneyland Resort in its current form, as we know it now. So back to the old ways of doing things. It's wonderful to have all these options online, and hopefully, we'll ask Katrina in a couple of weeks when she has an opportunity to explore what is being offered for allergy menus. Hopefully, a little bit more in terms of what's being offered for those folks that can't quite eat what is being offered. Always interested in hearing that as well. Well, moving along here, another story for you, and that is that the Magic Happens parade. You know that parade that debuted last year for 2 weeks and then vanished forever?
You mean the one I've never seen before?
It's a parade that certainly for 2 weeks was acclaimed and celebrated. And Blog Mickey reports that the Magic Happens parade at Disneyland has won the 2021 IAAPA Brass Ring Award for Best Atmospheric Street Show Performance. Hey! The short-lived Disneyland parade beat out the heroic encounters at Disney California Adventure and the beloved Merry Menagerie at Disney's Animal Kingdom. Magic Happens debuted on February 28th, 2020, less than a month before the Disneyland Resort would shut down due to COVID-19. In that short time, guests enjoyed the first Disneyland daytime parade in almost a decade as Mickey Mouse led a cavalcade of fabulous new floats down Main Street, USA. The parade features several distinct stories with a delightful mix of characters. Watch Moana ride the crest of a beautiful wave in her Voyager canoe, followed by Coco's guitar-strumming Miguel, who's joined by his dog Dante and other fantastical spirit animals. Behold the Enchanted Forest from Frozen 2 as Anna, Elsa, Olaf, Kristoff, and Sven pass by. Then prepare for the grandest finale of all as the parade commemorates memorable story moments from Sleeping Beauty and other Disney classics. It's an incredible procession not to be missed. And unfortunately, most people have missed it because it just has not been around. I was very lucky to be able to see this parade, not just in day form, but also in night form. So it really shines at night. I mean, it wasn't made as a night parade, but boy, it looks even cooler at night. And I do believe that we have that available on the Kingdom Report YouTube channel. Go way back in our archives. February 2020 is when we put up the nighttime parade edition. And it is something to see. It's a great parade, fantastic soundtrack. And I just feel so bad because nobody's seen it. And it won a 2021 award.
How?
Yeah,
How did that
that's
happen?
funny. Yeah.
It didn't even
perform in
2021.
Yeah. So there you go. Hey.
Amazing.
Okay. I don't know.
I the only memory I have like of a parade, a daytime parade at this point is like Soundsational. Like I need like I mean, I've seen other daytime parades like in the past, but just Soundsational is the one that really resonates with me. So it's just weird to think. It's still weird to me to think that there's this parade that apparently existed and won some award.
How did they get nominated for 2021? Like, did they have like a secret night parade, and so they had to like run it just for one night with nobody there just to be nominated?
I'm wondering if it's one of those things where, like, you know, your year leading up to the year of announcement is the thing that they kind of like. Was it like the Academy Awards and stuff like that? You know, they go back so far in the past to be able to look at a zone of timing for films to rate and review, and so I often wonder if, okay, was this a situation where they clearly had to look back because this thing has not been seen since February of 2020. So
I'm also curious what the competition was.
The menagerie, the winter menagerie at Animal Kingdom with the people with the puppets.
The little puppets.
Those are cute little penguins running around.
Adorable.
It's adorable. I get why the parade won, but it's a lot bigger, has a bigger production value. I get it. But like that was happening though. The menagerie was happening in 2020 into 2020. So that was like in the timeline. I don't know. And it's happening in 2021. So how did this parade get nominated?
I do remember them approaching Garrett live at one point when he was at Animal Kingdom, and they brought those various critters over to come say hello to him. And, it was adorable. But I understand why Magic Happens also won. It is the far more spectacular of all the offerings. I don't know if they sent somebody to see it when it first debuted, or maybe they've just seen a video. I'm not sure, but it'll be great to have it back when it finally does return. We know a lot of entertainment cast members can't wait to get back onto that Disneyland parade route and enjoy themselves a little bit of Magic Happens. And you let us know in the comment section, have you been able to see Magic Happens in person? Were you one of the lucky few that had an opportunity before the world shut down and life, as we know it, changed forever? Were you one of the lucky ones that got to see it? And on top of that, favorite holiday treat? What do you enjoy the most when you visit the Disneyland Resort during the holiday season? Food-wise, we want to hear from you. All right, my friends, you stick around. More Kingdom Report live for you next.
Do you know everything the ghost host is going to say before he says it? Are you ready to thank the Venetians each time you board Spaceship Earth? Can you recite Walt's opening day dedication speech? Then join the Kingdom team today, the influential legacy fan community featuring exclusive merchandise that will alert all who've come to this happy place that you are more than just another guest. You are a trusted theme park fan. Don't miss out. Join the Kingdom team right now by visiting the homepage at kingdomreportlive.com. That's kingdomreportlive.com. And now, back to the magic.
Disney World News Time. Taking a look at all the headlines, trending stories, topics coming out of the East Coast Disney theme parks, Orlando, and the Disney Kingdom that we like to call Walt Disney World. Today, we are starting with a story all about resort stays, and specifically the newest resort stay that will soon be debuting, and that is the Star Wars Galactic Starcruiser Hotel. Guess what? It's already booked out for the first 3 months. Can you believe it? I can't. BlogMickey.com reports that according to Walt Disney World's website, there is no more availability showing for the first 3 months of Galactic Starcruiser voyages. The current availability calendar begins in June 2022, 3 months after the March 1st, 2022 maiden voyage. While there was initial social media backlash over the $5,000+ price tag for the 2-night adventure, guests are certainly still reaching for their wallets if the Disney World website is to be believed. And the Walt Disney World website notes that voyages departing in any month that is not shown before October 2022 are no longer available, with the next available voyage departure currently listed as June 5th, 2022. That means that more than 3 months have sold out already. Guests will arrive at the hotel like any other hotel, but it's billed as something unlike anything else built by Disney. The adventure begins when you arrive at the Galactic Starcruiser terminal at Walt Disney World and check in for your 2-night experience. Once you've checked in to the hotel, you'll board a launch pod where you will blast off into space and rendezvous with the Halcyon, the ship you'll spend the next 2 nights aboard. Through windows above, you'll see yourself leave the real world behind as you jump into hyperspace and draw closer and closer to the Halcyon. So this is something where you are completely shut off from the rest of the world. You are completely immersed in the Disney storytelling experience from morning to night. It sounds like something that they've always dreamt of doing. Now they're going to put it into action. First 3 months already booked out at such a price tag. Tyler, are you surprised to hear that the first 3 months are already gone?
No. No, I'm not. I'm surprised not more is gone, honestly. I really thought it would be just kind of completely sold out. But,
Yeah.
But well, not completely. I mean, obviously there's going to be time to go, but I just really thought it would be months and months and months. But yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised. It seems like it could be an interesting thing, and yeah, for that price, maybe I'll hold off. But obviously, a lot of people have a lot of walking around money, some wham, if you know what I mean. So I think people are gonna spend that money, especially on a Star Wars experience such as this. Like nothing has ever been done like this before. I feel like, except for maybe like a murder hotel or something, but. That's like
Scary.
Practically the same thing.
Well, like theater, a hotel with, a show that surrounds you,
Let Darth Vader
That's
on board and
know.
maybe die.
Yeah,
Maybe that's part of the storyline.
What have
Who
I
knows?
signed up for?
Yeah,
Who knows? Yeah.
we'll see.
Sleep in a cubby. Everybody likes to sleep in a cubby.
I know I do. If I'm spending $5,000 plus
Ergonomic.
for an
Yeah.
experience, stuff me into the most uncomfortable quadrant you can find, and let me live out my fantasy
It's a
of
weird
being on board
round
ship.
pillow that looks super comfy.
It'd be really immersive. I hope that the people at like the aft of the ship, I hope that they put like these like rumble things under the floor so that like in the morning, just like when we were staying on the Disney cruise in the morning when they dock, the whole entire cabin just shakes like mad. That would be the greatest. That's really just that would be immersive.
You're on a spaceship. It should be smooth. God, I
How
would
do you
hope.
know? Have you
I
been in a
guess.
spaceship before?
Well, I wasn't invited,
Oh, I see.
so
Maybe one day.
I don't know.
Our friend Jeff, he went. One day he didn't invite
Maybe
us.
he
Jeff
won't invite
Bezos,
us,
your
yeah.
friend?
No, just just a Jeff.
Oh,
just-
okay. Last names aren't important.
No,
here.
yeah.
Right. Well,
my God.
hopefully, we
This
will
is
see
crazy.
a little bit of room, open up for the sake of people wanting to join the Galactic Starcruiser experience. We know that, yes, as Blog Mickey even cited there, a lot of initial outrage at the price tag, a lot of
It's
initial
expensive.
blowback when it came to how much this was going to cost. Katrina, this is something where you think about, staying at Walt Disney World, it's already pretty costly. I mean, if you want to stay at Disney World Resort, but now to have 24-hour immersion where absolutely everything is part of the show, absolutely everything is part of the story. I can see as a one-off this being a really cool thing to do with like your family and like kids and stuff like that. I can't imagine this hotel's designed for like the business traveler.
No. You're like going to a conference. You signed up for this hotel. You're like, this is the only availability. Wait, I can't leave? What?
I can see some
I need to
really
work today. Do I have Wi-Fi here?
Right.
Is there anything?
I can see some really serious guy walking around going like, I thought this was supposed to be a cruise.
Yeah.
It's very expensive for 2 days. Like $5,000 is like the cheapest of it, and that's like a really bad room. Like, that's like it's hard to swallow. I mean, you could stay at like like a cheapy hotel down the street and buy tickets, buy a rental car for a week for $5,000. Like that's a lot to swallow for 2 days, and then on top of that, you like all you could go is inside this like space cruise ship and Starcruiser, and then go to Galaxy's Edge for the couple hours, and then everything else you have to pay out of pocket for. You can't go anywhere else in Hollywood Studios. So that's it.
Yeah, like it forces you to stay longer. Yeah, like
so
it
like how do
increases your vacation time?
But I mean, this is like for like a Star Wars go-getter. This is like what I like. If this was a Harry Potter thing, like I would do it. Like I would stay at Hogwarts.
You're
you know what I
different
mean?
kind
Like
of nerd.
it's just like they're not catering. Like I like Star Wars, but I don't love where I'm gonna like throw my life savings for 2 days and then have dinner with like a captain, who is not a captain.
Whoa, you don't know.
Excuse me.
But
it's a spaceship.
listen,
He's driving a
if it was
spaceship.
like if I saw my
to be
kid and my kid was like obsessed with it, this is great. Like go get it. And then it's like mainly like the bloggers. Like those are like the first 3 people, right? The super rich, the go getter. I love Star Wars. This is like my whole all time thing, my dream, whatever. That's good for you. Like that is awesome. Like live your dream, dress up in the clothes they give you, and then in the bloggers, like because they need to share it to the world of what they did. But it's very expensive.
I don't know
for 2 days.
if this is going to. I mean, and don't get me wrong. I think what they're trying to do here, good for them for taking a leap. Good for them for trying something as creative and as immersive as this, because that's what Disney's supposed to be, right? A truly immersive experience where details are over the top. So to do this for the first real attempt. I'm hoping that it fires on all cylinders, does a great job. I'm just a little concerned about the longevity of it. I don't know if I feel like it's going to be a one and done thing unless they change the plot lines and storylines and stuff like that.
A Christmas cruise, a Halloween cruise. Are they going to try to do that kind of stuff?
I mean, we've seen Galaxy's Edge at Disneyland. It doesn't celebrate holidays.
No,
that's right.
It's a different universe, right?
Oh boy. Well, they really
Galaxy
they really
far,
did
far
something,
away.
didn't they?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I really hope that it works out. Maybe they'll adjust their prices here and there. It just seems like it's like a one and done thing. I really hope that this building is soundproof, because if they're so close to Hollywood Studios and they have like fireworks and stuff, like won't you hear it?
Yeah,
in
they're gonna
your
be like,
room?
we're under attack.
I
Everybody.
know, right? We're like pew pew pew. Like maybe around like 9:00 every night. They're like, oh god,
A
we're under
nightly attack.
attack.
Yeah.
So I'm just really hoping that it's soundproof. So I'm excited to see people's videos. But like, how do you get submerged if you have your cell phone on you and you're like vlogging it the whole time?
Yeah, isn't everybody gonna have their cell phone like taking a video of Jimmy using his the lightsaber? Like
Sweet
isn't
Jimmy.
that what it's gonna be?
Oh,
Like,
Jimmy.
I don't know. It's
Yeah, because there's like Jedi practice, right? So you have to like wear the mask, and then you little ball floats around, and you try to get it. Like I don't know. I really hope this works out. It just sounds really silly right now when we say it outside, like out loud. I'm like, oh boy, how's this gonna work for 2 days?
For something that has never been attempted before at this magnitude, certainly all of our best wishes are with Disney and being able to pull this off the right way. Can't wait to see what that looks like to begin with. And yeah, if you're a Star Wars fan, no doubt this is going to be a dream come true. So, might sound a little critical. We're just not sure how it's all supposed to work because we've never really experienced anything quite like it. So hopefully it hits the ground running. It nails exactly what it is that they're trying to do out there. If the price drops a little bit, I might even consider a stay myself. I think it might be a little fun. So at any rate, we move along from immersion to character meet and greets returning in a way. And so you've heard here in recent weeks that characters are coming back to meet and greet families once again at Walt Disney World in the way that they used to, sort of, kind of. And so what I mean by that is what Inside the Magic has shared, and that is And as Disney World has continued to emerge from the pandemic, we've slowly started to see the pre-pandemic forms of operations return to normal. And although we are not yet at a completely normal Disney World, there has been progress. Luckily, some nighttime spectaculars have returned, such as Magic Kingdom and Epcot, both having evening shows once again. We are also starting to see a lot of entertainment, such as the Beauty and the Beast stage show at Hollywood Studios return. But there is also a lot of entertainment that we have yet to see return. Fantasmic is still dearly missed by many fans, as well as Magic Kingdom's Festival of Fantasy Parade, and Disney World is still only doing cavalcades. Officially, one thing that has returned is character sightings. Sightings, not meet and greet, which were previously regarded as meet and greets. At Magic Kingdom, you can see Mickey Mouse at Town Square Theater, where he is not in his usual magician getup, but rather is in his 50th anniversary look. Princess Fairy Tale Hall is also once again open for guests to meet Cinderella, Tiana, Elena, and Rapunzel. Character sightings is the new term coined by Disney as their more intimate interactions return, as there is still social distancing needed between the characters and the guests. Guests must also continue to wear a mask while indoors for their socially distanced photos. However, the princesses will not be masked indoors. So far, wait times have not been too crazy, which is fantastic news for guests. In addition to this, Tyler and Katrina, we also heard today that unannounced, not necessarily in any sort of PR statement, but just sort of popped up all of a sudden, you can also meet Mickey in the same fashion at Epcot over at the Pixar Film Festival building. They've created a location.
In his iridescent
That is correct.
outfit?
Wow.
Swing on by and say hello to
Full-on
him.
getup.
What a
Or should I
day.
say, sight him.
Yeah.
Have 'em in your
That's exactly
sightings.
correct.
That's
yeah.
right. So they've
Yes.
set that up. So they're starting to bring, it sounds like, these character sightings to Epcot as well. They just aren't throwing the fanfare at it that they did with Magic Kingdom. I got to say, I'm thrilled to see that they're finally moving characters back into their themed environments, because it's kind of weird having them out in the middle of things.
I liked Winnie the Pooh trying to chase butterflies.
Oh, and don't get me
in Epcot.
wrong.
They're really cute.
Having them as atmosphere characters walking around and doing things, I think adds a whole lot of magic to the park. But also having an opportunity to go meet these characters in places
Sure.
that were built for them, it also makes a big difference. And so having a place to go and see them specifically on a schedule, because that's been part of the problem in the last year and a half, is that you didn't know where they were going to be. You didn't know for how long. They were going to be 30 feet away from you, and you had to try and position yourself with the camera to make sure that they got in the background. The only thing that I can see as being, kind of a drawback, and I guess it's a give and take, is that at least outside you were able to take a picture without a mask on with the character behind you, but now being inside for however long Orange County in Florida ends up holding on to the regulations. You got to wear a mask indoors for the sake of that photo, so that kind of sucks for the sake of longevity of the image. But you'll never forget the time you visited.
It's true.
Sightings.
Sightings.
Yeah.
Sightings.
I think that's really cool. I mean, I saw like a video when they first started this, and someone, I think it was on Instagram Reels, maybe it's on TikTok too, but there was like a guy walking in to see Mickey Mouse, and then he just like full on just cried because he hasn't seen like Mickey Mouse face to face in a long, in a long time. Like you
That's
see
nice.
him like up, around, but you don't really see him like up close.
Yeah.
So he got overwhelmed, and then he just started crying, which was like really beautiful. Like I got a little teary eyed because I was like, I think like for even like little kids to finally see these characters up close, then actually have like a one-on-one conversation with them is really neat. Because before, especially at Disney World, like they were kind of like in a distance, so you didn't really get to like chit chat with them. And like Anna and Elsa was out in Norway, but you didn't really have that like one-on-one and then like, hey, let's take a picture kind of thing. It was more like, keep it moving, people, take a picture, keep going. And then, so I think this is like at least it's like a step forward, with something, at least especially for the holidays when everybody wants to have a group photo. Yeah, you have a mask on, but
Make it themed.
it's a memory.
Yeah,
We all know it's you.
Yeah.
it's true.
Don't worry.
Absolutely.
I don't need to see your teeth to know it's you.
Yeah. Eyes only. Thank you very much.
The smolder.
I know that there's talk right now, as a matter of fact, as emergency orders have expired in Orange County, Florida, that were related to the mask mandates and things that were happening there and is being recommended by the county. The Orange County Mayor, Jerry Demings, was talking about whether or not he was going to remove the mask mandate indoors. He said for the time being, they're probably going to keep it around, but it sounds like there's a potential now with numbers cratering everywhere, which is just wonderful to hear finally, that numbers cratering all over the place. And it sounds like they might move in that direction. I'm more excited about the idea now that Florida is moving, in this sort of general vicinity of getting characters back into one-on-one greetings with families. Perhaps having princesses at Disneyland also finally moving back into like Fairy Tale Hall and being in those places once again where, whether you want to call them sightings or whether you want to call them meet and greets, having an opportunity for families to meet one-on-one again might be in our near future too.
I feel like they kind of do in a way at Disneyland because they had like where
in the Royal Theater.
Yeah, the Royal Theater area, they had like a couple princesses there. You just had to like know and like look inside because a lot of people just like would walk by, but like Mulan was there, Rapunzel was there, and then you would see like the Evil Queen and stuff, and like it was so close proximity. You weren't like super far away where you could just like walk up, chit chat with them, and then turn around and then take a photo without your masks, and like Cinderella. I think Belle I've seen in like that little like alcove where they usually do like interviews and stuff by in front of the castle. So they have that area and they're like literally right there. You can just like go chit chat and talk with them. They don't make you keep moving and they're not like on this like high pedestal like off to the side where you can't really see them. So and then like DCA has like the areas too where you can see Anna and Elsa and they're actually pretty close and like there's like swarms of people, but they started having people line up so you can take pictures in front of them, which I think is really great.
Get more of a one-on-one type of interaction.
Without your mask on too. So you have that longevity, of the picture. So so at least that's good.
Yeah.
It's a positive thing at Disney.
the sightings. And hopefully we will see very soon the same thing be replicated out here on the West Coast. Moving along, though, out on Walt Disney World's property, a new resort has opened up. Not your Starcruiser resort. No, that's still to come. Instead, the Swan and Dolphin Resort has opened up right alongside the Swan and Dolphin Hotel, just out the back entrance of Epcot, right alongside Disney's Hollywood Studios. It's located adjacent to the Swan and Dolphin. Click Orlando reports that guests visiting Walt Disney World now have another option for hotels to consider. And the all-new Walt Disney World Swan Reserve Hotel opened to guests this past Wednesday. The 14-story hotel positioned adjacent to Disney World's Swan and Dolphin Resort features a captivating design that offers 349 spacious guest rooms, including 151 suites that have incredible floor-to-ceiling views of the resort. Now that sounds lovely. The new hotel is also in the perfect location within walking distance to Epcot and Hollywood Studios. Quote, with its relaxing atmosphere, fascinating design, stunning views, perfect proximity, and adjacent location to the Walt Disney World Swan and Dolphin, guests have every option imaginable for a magical getaway, said area general manager Sean Verney. I just imagine he sounds like that. Yeah. This is the moment we've all been waiting for, and we look forward to offering an experience like nothing else, thanks to a location that's like nowhere else. Close quote. In addition to the rooms, the new hotel features a scenic pool area with elevated deck and fire pit, wedding and meeting space, and 4 new restaurants that we have covered here in recent weeks. So, I always say more restaurants, the happier your life is.
Yeah.
That's just a motto.
Amen.
Fascinating architecture, that's just, we need that in our lives.
We do. Floor to ceiling.
Yeah.
Glass windows. Thank you.
I think like the top of like the hotel I'm like obsessed with pretzel sticks right now and I'm like really hungry. And so the top of the picture looks like pretzel sticks.
What?
Come again? Can we see that image?
Put that picture back up.
Looks like pretzel sticks.
Pretzel sticks.
And you're obsessed with these for a reason?
He got me gluten-free pretzel sticks, and they're very tasty. Look at the top; they look like little.
They
pretzel
do look
sticks
like little
holding
pretzel
up
sticks.
The top of the hotel.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Look at that location. It's like no other.
But it's gonna be like a. It's gonna be really great to see like the a whole span of the resort, and also it's gonna be for firework viewing and stuff. It's gonna be great, and like to do like venues and stuff, like private catering stuff over there.
Oh, yeah.
That's going to be like, they're like, yes, we got it. We got it in the bag. But there's more dining, which we all care about.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
4 more restaurants.
I'm excited to try it.
Anytime they can bring more
Any
restaurants.
new foods, you know. Like,
Yeah,
let's
bring
add
it
it
on.
in. Get my stretchy pants ready. I have like already a couple other restaurants that just opened that we couldn't get reservations for. So got to go eat there, and then got to go eat over at Swan Reserve.
Yeah, we got a lot to eat next time.
Oh
Jeez.
boy, stretchy pants it is.
That's what it's all about. And I love the fact that more hotel properties and more that's being incorporated across Walt Disney World right now is the whole idea of rooftop stuff.
Oh, it's great.
Brilliant.
I mean, you're away from everything, but you have this beautiful view of everything where you can actually sit and relax. Like, I don't want to be at a bar at the bottom floor of a hotel where you hear like screaming and yelling and people talking really loud and like, talking about their day because they just got in the park. Like, I want to be elevated and then just have this like quiet, serene view and have it like romantic, or you can go chill with friends and then just have this cool laid back vibe, because it's time.
It is.
I mean,
Because it's time.
it's time
Between that and
to
the
do it.
and the pretzel stick.
All right,
rooftop
guys, let's go.
pillars.
It's time.
It's time. Cater to millennials, the foodies.
Can you help me understand
Garrett.
why you're obsessed with pretzel sticks right now? I don't understand that.
He got me gluten-free pretzels at the
Oh,
store,
yeah.
and so I've
She
been
doesn't
eating
get to
them.
eat pretzels that often.
I don't get
Right.
to eat pretzels, and so I get hungry after work, and so I just want like a snack, and so now I'm able to like go and actually like grab a little bit of pretzels and eat them as a snack.
And now you see them everywhere
And
they're
now I see them
yeah.
everywhere.
at the Swan Reserve. So
Look at those pretzels.
look at those pretzel
She's
sticks.
like the Chester Cheetos of pretzels, or who else? Or like the Noid of pretzels. Atta
Atta girl.
like the rabbit from Trix. Of pretzels.
Silly
Yeah.
Katrina.
But at least
Pretzels
I
are
get
for
to eat the
kids.
pretzels.
That's right.
He can't eat them.
He can't though. No. Well, you let us know. Are you somebody that's looking forward to potentially staying at the new Swan Reserve? Are you somebody also that is amped up for the new character sighting locations, especially now that we know it's not just Magic Kingdom. Epcot's got them too. Maybe we will see those expand across Walt Disney World at all the theme parks. Very happy to see things returning to normal. And as always, we look forward to hearing your perspective in the comments. All right, it is time to keep this fun rolling along. That's why it's time for the Disney List. Disney List time. Taking a look at all of the good and all of the bad of the Disney Parks experience today. It is about the good, and specifically, we are talking about the best things to experience during the holidays at the Disneyland Resort. Last year, Christmas was essentially stolen by a Grinch called COVID. And this year, we are ready to celebrate hardcore once again, enjoying ourselves a little bit of holiday season cheer, a little bit of magic, especially now that so much is being brought back to Disneyland, so much in terms of entertainment, so much in terms of atmospheric experiences, food, you name it. They are going all out this year. I'm thrilled. I can't believe it's finally here. And of course, this very week, as a matter of fact, November the 12th is when the holidays officially kick off at the Disneyland Resort. No doubt they are ready to put everything into full swing. Katrina, let's start with you when it comes to the best things to experience during the holidays at Disneyland. You are a Christmas maniac. You're somebody that bleeds red and green.
I do bleed red. Yeah.
A little bit of green.
I've seen
Maybe
the
green. In
And
my
so-
veins, you can see it on the outside. It's maybe green, blue. Inside is red. Yes.
She's a lizard person.
Little lizard. You bleed red and green. And so when it comes to visiting a place like the happiest place on earth, no doubt you have some things that you love the most. What stands out to you?
Okay. This place has everything.
This place has everything.
Okay. Anyway, so
I didn't know I was on Saturday Night Live. Wow. Okay.
Stefan says so.
I do love the characters when they dress up because, again, you normally see them in their usual stuff, and then like you get it Halloween outfits, and then all of a sudden it's just like, boom, Christmas.
Yeah.
And so when all the characters wear their stuff, it's like amazing. I'm obsessed with Belle when she wears her Christmas dress because it's just this like the beautiful red dress with the rose in the middle.
I like that too.
Absolutely gorgeous. It's just fun because it's like a little bit different. And then I love Viva Navidad. That's like one of my favorite things. It's just so alive. The colors are so vibrant. I love the samba dancers when they come out. And the folklorico dancers, like they're just gorgeous. Everybody, just that whole thing is just amazing. You get like such Christmas spirit when you listen to it. But then I do love, I'm gonna like say it really fast.
Say it.
I love the holiday overlays. Like I know a lot of people have like a love-hate relationship with Haunted Mansion Holiday. I love it. I think it's really great. It's like a change of scenery. I know a lot of people don't, they don't know that they change it over. So when they come, they're like, what? But I love it. I think it's great. It gets you in like the Halloween and Christmas spirit. So people who love Halloween still get a little bit of Halloween during the holidays. So this guy likes it. For me, I like the Small Worlds Christmas overlay. I think it's just really beautiful. It's just something different. But the outside of Small Worlds is gorgeous
Epic.
at night. Like,
Yes.
I cannot stress it enough. If you come visit during Christmas, you have to go to Small World area and just see the facade at night. It is gorgeous. And then if it rains too, and like the ground is kind of like wet and like just the reflection of it is amazing.
It's like a postcard.
Oh my gosh, it is so beautiful. And now that the monorails are running again, I will tell you that you need to take the monorail from downtown Disney to Disneyland, that route, because as soon as you turn this like a certain area, you'll see this like glowing in the distance and you'll be like, what is that glowing in the distance? And then you'll turn the corner and then it's like, wow, and there's the facade all lit up and it's just like absolutely gorgeous when you see it. That's like my favorite thing to do. And I tell people, like, if it's like your first time visiting Disneyland or your 500th and you've never done it, you need to do it.
The big reveal of the monorail.
You need to do the big reveal. You need to like ride the monorail from downtown Disney to Disneyland at night to see the facade. It is gorgeous. Christmas.
Christmas.
I knew you'd deliver, and you did.
Thanks.
Could feel it just bursting out of her. This Christmas cheer in that heart. Look out.
So great.
Oh, so great. Especially after it was stolen last year.
It's right. Even though I set up my tree for a very, very long time. I think in October I set it up.
It was a
To
tough
like
year.
February. I
It
was
was a
like,
tough
you know
year.
what? I'm going to keep it.
It was
gonna
up
be
for
great.
quite a while.
It was very long, yeah.
Yeah, I think mine was up till into January. So
I even had the little countdown, my little like
Oh.
from like Avon from like years and years ago from like the 80s. My mom bought it. And every month I was like, oh, we started the first again. And then I would go through the month.
we're getting closer.
Oh, sadness.
Oh.
Christmas.
Yes, yeah. Reasons to celebrate though this year. And Tyler, some things that top your list. Obviously, there's a lot that happens at Disneyland Resort this time of year, and so much that they've decided to bring back for us. So not just looking fondly back at things and saying, "Oh, I used to love that." A lot of it has returned or will be returning.
Yeah, and I mean, for me, I'm very excited for. She mentioned Viva Navidad. I'm excited for the entertainment in general, like just coming back more. Viva Navidad is probably my favorite show that they do for the holidays, but I'm also looking forward to like the different bands they bring in. I hope they bring back like mostly kosher during the Festival of the Holidays, and because they were just a great fun time, and they had I think the Fat Cat Swingers was their name. Those guys were really great too. So just the entertainment in general is like one thing that I always look forward to during the holidays. I mean, I'm going to look forward to the parade this year simply because we haven't had parades for a while. So that should be cool. But yeah, and then beyond that, I mean, I just mentioned it briefly and we've talked a little bit about it earlier, but like Festival of Holidays coming back is like, man, that is my jam. And
Yeah.
I'm
The
so
music.
stoked. Yeah. I'm excited for the entertainment side of it and the just food side of it. I mean, I really hope they bring back. My favorite thing that they do every year is there's two things. They do the turkey tamale, which is
I don't think
heck
they have
yeah.
the turkey tamale. They have like a different type of tamale.
So I didn't read the entire. I haven't seen the entire menu yet, but like so.
But they
so-
have your hot turkey sandwich.
Okay,
Don't
that's the
worry
other one I was gonna say. I was
I
like,
got you.
please, thank goodness. But they do a Nashville hot turkey, which is like, and they just put it on a piece of white bread and give you a couple pickles and call it a day. And
Perfect for a turkey, Tyler.
man, oh, it's the best, a turkey-tastic Tyler even. But yeah, so I'm very excited about that. And then the last one, it's kind of a gimme, like, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Just the decorations in general. I mean, And the cool thing about Disneyland's decorations is they're like specific to Disneyland. You're not going to go anywhere else and see, you can go to anybody's house and see like lights, hanging. Everybody has the same, brand of lights or whatever. But just at Disneyland, they have these like specifically made, decorations that you're not going to see anywhere else. And
land specific.
Yeah.
And, I think about New Orleans Square. That's a great point. Just walking through New Orleans Square during the Christmas season New Orleans Square is already so classy.
Mm-hmm.
And then you walk through during the holidays and it's amplified and so beautiful. And each balcony, each storefront is completely different and unique because it's supposed to reflect that proprietor. It's supposed to reflect that tenant, that person, whoever owns that storefront, whoever owns that specific front of a building. It's unique to them. So when you walk through there, everything else is a different story. Like everything you look at changes as you go through. And I absolutely love that decor too. And there's so many great details. I know Mini Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, if you go back to Critter Country and take a look at his garland, there's not only honeybees in his garland, but there's also honey-soaked fruit within the garland and all
Nice.
kinds of additional things that you can take a look at.
It's
So
the
yeah,
attention to detail.
that
like,
attention to detail, you're right.
people need
Yeah.
to like just take just a couple hours and just like walk through and just see the details because it's just like they put everything out there. It's
Yeah.
great.
And like even at the wharf, and like it's a small
Oh,
little thing, but
yeah.
like the wharf in California Adventure, where they have like out in the water, they have the buoys. They look like trees. Like it's
Mhm.
just the small things like that. And they even turn buoys into garland, like along the bridge and stuff with the
But every like
with the
rest-
starfish.
like fast food has their own decorations.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That's-
Pacific Wharf Cafe in
It's
their
great.
garland,
Yeah.
loaves of sourdough bread.
Yeah.
Who
Yeah.
would've thought?
Yeah. And they have
Yeah.
like the Chinese takeout boxes at the Lucky Fortune and stuff. So.
Yep.
It's just
It's-
really
it's fun.
great.
Yeah.
You just need to like give yourself time. But oh my god, the decorations, they're just
Oh
so
my
great.
god. So
Yeah.
good. This place has everything.
This place has everything.
This has everything.
I will not say any dirty things, but I am very curious though. Is Santa gonna come visit over at Disneyland Hotel and
Mm.
over at Grand Californian?
I'm sure he'll be there in some capacity. Maybe a sighting
Ooh,
of Santa
A sighting.
will happen.
A sighting. You
that'll
say.
be fun.
I'm willing to bet that the setup will be much like we're seeing with the characters, where he will probably be at a distance but accessible to everybody, and you'll probably be able to see him kind of like you used to. I don't know about the Grand necessarily. I don't know if he'll be in the same spot because that's in the center of everything in the lobby.
Maybe he'll be in like a conference room or something, like one of those like ballrooms.
A little bit easier
Maybe
to
off to the side.
or maybe they'll put him on a balcony or something like that.
Ho ho
and-
ho, everybody!
Oh,
And then
it's
they're
our
like,
Santa.
Santa.
Look at him. But it'll be great to see Santa as well as all of the Christmas decor and all of the offerings that Disneyland Resort brings this time of year. You let us know in the comment section, what do you look forward to the most when it comes to Disneyland during the holidays? No doubt so much to take a look at, so much to experience, so much to enjoy. We want to know, what is your favorite? Please leave it in our comment section. All right. Plenty more Kingdom Report live for you straight ahead. Don't you go anywhere.
Looking for some digital magic to help you through your week? The Kingdom Report is here for you, covering the latest Disneyland and Disney World news, experiences, and events. Be sure to follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Kingdom Report Live so you never miss an update. And drop a subscribe on the Kingdom Report YouTube channel for new videos every week. Don't miss out. Join this growing community of theme park fans as we aim to connect you to more of what makes you happy. For more information, visit KingdomReportLive.com. And now, back to the magic.
Kingdom Team All Call time. This is where we take your questions and provide the best possible answers we can think of, all for you all, to create a community of Disney fandom. That's right. And today we have a great question coming to us from Paul Bromwell. He asked specifically, it has been a long time since Epcot introduced a new country to World Showcase. What nation would you like to see added in the future? I love this question because there's so many possibilities. There's so much that can be done with World Showcase. And I know that when it comes to Epcot, a place that continues to be under the knife even as we speak. There is plenty of room to expand in various locations in and around the World Showcase. And I think even more what I think is reassuring to me is that we just saw an expansion of a current nation, France. Add on the Remy's Ratatouille Adventure attraction and a creperie and a bathroom.
Yes.
Even more restrooms, please. But the fact that they expanded out a current nation means that they are willing to grow current places, current countries. Tyler, what do you think when it comes to adding something to Epcot, a new country to the mix, or expanding out a current country? What tops your list?
I can say expanding out a current country because I just want Mexico too. Let's do it.
Keep growing.
Let's go. Margaritas and burritos and tacos for days. Let's go. I'm down. No, but like I think Katrina and I probably both have the same answer, to be honest with you. So I mean, I'm just gonna come out and say it. It was definitely rumored a while back as maybe happening at a certain point, but then all of a sudden things changed. I am speaking of Brazil. I think Brazil would be a really cool one. Not only because the culture. Obviously, Brazil has a lot of really cool looking, I don't know, architecture and culture kind of, around them, but also their food, man. The food is always incredible. I mean, every time they have any Brazilian food at like any of their food festivals, I mean, it's always great. So I just think it would be a welcome addition, as well as we all know how many Brazilian tourists come to Florida. So
Oh my gosh.
I just think that it could go really well. I mean, just
Can we just have
a
like
soccer shop.
I mean, I'm gonna say Brazil, obviously. Like Brazil is like, it's just so great. And like, can you imagine having like an area where there's like samba dancers and like then they had like a carnival like kind of thing going on most of the time. Like, it would be so great. It'd be so fun, and it would be completely different than because obviously England was supposed to expand, but that got axed.
Remember Mary Poppins? I do.
I was very excited for it.
Yeah.
But Brazil, I mean, they did make the booth permanent, which is great. The Brazil booth.
They knew.
And but is it going to be permanent? I mean, Brazil's not going to stay there. I wish it would stay there 24/7. But Brazil
all the way. Any country that you feel
Brazil.
needs to be built out.
Italy.
Yeah.
Just, there's got to be like more of a Sicilian culture in there, man, because there's really not. I think that would be really great because like right now, like they're representing Sicily by like the donkey pulling the
Is that it?
wagon. That's it. That's the only like southern representation. So I feel like they need to expand to kind of show like the islands and like Capri, and then they have to show like a little bit of Sicily and stuff, more of like the southern regions, because like their food is impeccable, and patina does not do very well for that. So I feel like that would be really cool if they
Would you want to put in an attraction, something entertainment related back there? Because I agree. I always feel like when you get back to Via Napoli, the pizza place, it's like a dead end, and then you got to turn around and
just,
walk
like,
back
around,
out.
Like, that's cool. That's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, that was Italy,
That's
huh?
it.
The architecture, and I think for how small of a footprint it has, it packs a heck of a punch. I mean, it really does hit you well when it comes to the details, and they do their best with the small footprint that it takes up. But would you think maybe an attraction or some sort of entertainment?
I mean, that would be really cool if they're able to put some kind of really fun attraction. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna it would be fun to do like a boat ride or something like that, but Mexico has that, and it needs to stay that way because it's just like very unique
And then
and very
Frozen
fun.
right next to Mexico
and Frozen,
too.
yeah.
So.
So there's like a lot of, and then there's like Living with the Land. So there's
There's
like a lot of
boat rides.
There's a lot of boat rides
Epcot.
when you think about it. So I feel like if they did some kind of fun thing like Ratatouille, but better, that would work. But there's not like a lot of space back there, I don't think. So I mean, even just like flying over Italy and then just like touring around, that'd be like really fun just to like see the different. I mean, every region is like completely different in Italy. Like it's not all the same. So you go from like the north to the south. It's just like the cuisine and everything's. Just give Stanley Tucci a job and then just have him narrate everything because he does a great job. If you've seen this show, but just like some kind of like fun adventure of like different things about Italy. I mean, even like I would even do like a Soren if it wasn't cheesy.
Soaring over Italy.
Yeah, soaring over Italy. Like, I don't know, something fun like that I feel like would be
Sicilian
great.
soaring.
Oh my gosh, can you imagine? Just over water. Whoop.
Why am I blanking on that last Pixar movie? Why?
Luca?
What? Yeah. Why do a Luca ride over
But I feel like that would be like a boat ride.
It could be
wouldn't
like
it?
a trackless type of
I
thing.
mean, I guess
with,
they could do like kind of like an underwater type thing, like to show what like where like Luca's from and stuff, and then like slowly like have him come out of the water, kind of like a Little Mermaid, if you will.
That might be fun.
I've never been on it, but I've seen videos of it. The Pirates of the Caribbean in Shanghai. I mean, man, what if they did a ride like that with Luca?
That'd be really cool.
I mean, that ride is crazy.
Audio animatronics everywhere. My vote would go to Switzerland
Ooh.
and create a Matterhorn on the East Coast.
Oh my
Oh
God.
man,
That doesn't break your back?
That is correct. A far
Okay.
superior Matterhorn. It might be sacrilege being a Disneylander like myself.
They'll actually
but
have an actual working Yeti? What?
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 Create a Switzerland and a
Chocolate
Matterhorn
everywhere.
that beckons everybody from the entire park.
I
Put
like
it out on
it.
a corner, and then expand Japan.
Yeah.
Bring in a Mount Fuji. Do something with Japan. Create a ride. I think Japan absolutely deserves it. I think Japan has such a culture and such an attraction for the Japanese people is Disney parks. They love Disney parks. And so having Japan expand and do something extra back in Japan, I think would just be so worth it. But you let us know. What do you want when it comes to expanding Epcot and World Showcase specifically? What nation needs to come to that theme park? We want to hear from you. Leave it in our comment section. As always, your perspective, it does matter. All right, my friends, that about wraps things up for us here today. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Another show in the can. But as always, we want to reward you for watching. If you don't know, we like to give away a little something around here. You can get your very own Kingdom Report mug all by waiting until after this live video posts. If you are somebody watching this video on demand, well, you're already in luck. But as soon as this video posts on our YouTube channel, the Kingdom Report on YouTube, you can leave a comment underneath the video with the phrase that pays. And what is the phrase that pays this week? Singular? It is Festival of Holidays. That's right. Festival of Holidays is the phrase that pays this week, where you can win yourself your very own Kingdom Report mug. Leave it in our comment section underneath this very video. And if you are the winner, we will reach out to you. You have until Monday morning at 8 a.m. Pacific time in which to do so. This live broadcast happens on Saturdays, so you have a couple of days in which to leave your comment down below. And again, if you are the winner, we'll reach out to you, let you know, and together we'll send you your very own Kingdom Report mug. Well, my friends, that about wraps things up for us. As always, thank you for taking part in the experience, the Kingdom Report Live experience. And if you have anything that you would like to send to us question-wise, head on over to kingdomreportlive.com. Submit your question there on the homepage. And in addition to that, may your Thanksgiving be beautiful, because we are in that month finally. Hip, hip, hooray. Yeah, but hopefully you'll be back before that. As always, remember the legacy of Walt Disney, it lives on because of people like you and me. We'll see you next week, Saturday, 3 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Pacific. There we go. We're all new Kingdom Report Live.